1.1.3. So this question is your inequality question. Again, every question one that every exam that you're gonna have is gonna have a question one that looks like this. There's gonna be an inequality, so you're gonna have to learn to deal with this. Let me rewrite the question. We have 4x minus 2x squared, and all of this is smaller than 0. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do is when you deal with this question, that inequality, let's make like it's an equal sign. It's not an equal sign, but let's just treat it as one for a quick second. Okay, so what are you going to do? If I look at my left-hand side here, this is a quadratic. What does that mean? That means there's a square. So what I want to do is I want to factorize my left-hand side. So let's go ahead and factorize that. I can see there's a highest common factor. My highest common factor is 2x. So I'm going to take out my, my 2x as a common factor. If this gets divided by 2x, I'm going to be left with 2. If this gets divided by 2x, I'm going to be left with negative x. And again, we said we're going to make like it's equal to 0, right? So just remember always, this is an inequality. That's not an equal sign. But we're just treating it as one for a quick second. Okay, so now what do we have? Again, like question 1.1, you have two things. Something multiplied by something equal to 0. So you take the 1 and you take the other one, right? So you're going to say 2x is equal to 0. Let's divide all of this with 2. So x is equal to 0, or the other one on the other side, this looks exactly like question 1. And you're going to add this on both sides, so you're going to end up with x is equal to 2. Right. So these solutions that you found, well, let's not call them solutions because they're not your solutions, right? These that you have found are your critical values. Okay, so let's just say somewhere this is my critical values. These are not my solutions. Okay, they help me find my solutions. Why are they not my solutions? Because I don't have equal signs. I've got inequalities. All right. So what we are going to do is this. And there's maybe two ways to do this. I'm going to show you the safest bet. Okay, safest bet, draw a number line and put your critical values on your number line. Now make sure that the smaller one is on the left hand side. That's how a number line works. Smaller values on the left, bigger values on the right. So I'm going to put a 0 here and I'm going to put a 2 there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to guess. I'm doing trial and error here. I'm going to pick a number, any number that's inside, in between. So in between is 1. Let's go take 1. And I'm going to go back to my original question, which is this one. I could go there as well, but let's go to the original. And I'm going to say, if I substitute 1 in, okay, in fact, let me just rewrite this so that I have my inequality there actually. 4x minus 2x squared smaller than 0. Okay, so I'm going to substitute in here and I'm going to check. If I put my 1 in here, is my inequality still true? Okay, so let's put the 1 in. So 4 times 1 is still 4 minus 2 times 1 is 2. So 4 minus 2 is 2. Okay, so if I put a 1 in, then my left hand side is 2. So is 2 smaller than 0? Is 2 smaller than 0? No, that's not true. Okay, so what does that mean for me? That means when I tested a value on the inside, when I tested a 1 that was inside, it did not work. So inside does not work. So outside should work. Let's go test, right? So outside would be 3. Let's go put a 3 in here. 4 times 3 is 12 minus 3 squared is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. That's going to be minus 6. Is minus 6 smaller than 0? Yes. Minus 6 is smaller than 0. So when you test it outside, outside worked. Outside on that side will also work. Right? So this is how we express our answers. So we are going to say that x is bigger than 2. Bigger than 2 means on this side. Right? And we're going to say, or x is smaller than 0. Smaller than 0 is on that side. Okay, so we are saying x is greater than positive 2 and x is smaller than 0. Whenever it is outside, so here we said this is outside, right? Here and here, outside. Whenever it is outside, I need to express this as two separate inequalities. If it is inside, it will be expressed as a single inequality. What that means is this. In case it was inside, I would have the x in the middle and my critical values outside. This is if it was outside. And then again, just notice that your inequalities face the same direction. But if it is outside, like the question we have now, then your inequalities need to be separate, two separate inequalities, right? That's already 5 minutes, so let's cut this video.